Testing 1, 2, 3.
Pew, pew, pew.
You're just making sound effects.
I couldn't think of words.
I think of like car and train.
I couldn't think of words.
No words. Where'd they go?
Plant.
Okay, let's see how that sounded.
Okay.
Hi, Charlotte.
Hello, Madeline.
We're back.
We sure are.
Oh my God. You know what I'm still thinking about?
I don't know what.
Charlotte and I saw The Naked Gun.
Oh my God.
Was that last week? 2 weekends? Last
I don't
weekend.
know when we saw it.
We were unwell in the movie. We were laughing like we had never been to a movie before. And I'm still thinking about how absurd it was.
You put it best when you said it was like we were two aliens who were like trying to pretend we were people going to a comedy.
Yes.
Like it was. So we went into it. I went in with high hopes. It had, everyone said it was great. The one with Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson. They seem to be together now.
Yes.
Because of this.
Which
And
I love.
the press tour for this has been the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yes.
But also, just to preface, loved the original Naked Gun.
Oh.
An Airplane. I mean, like,
Fantastic.
Those spoke, I think, to our sense of humor on, on a deep level.
Oh, yeah.
The new Naked Gun. I don't know if it's that we had a weird couple weeks.
It definitely
We were a little like on
contributed.
edge. And it was like they popped a balloon and we from the first moment could not stop laughing.
Yes. We went with my husband and he was like, watching you guys in this movie was like beyond absurd. Like we were laughing like we had never seen a joke before. Like it was funny. Don't get me wrong. The movie was funny. I don't know if it was as funny as we were laughing. Do you know what I mean? Like the frequency of our laughter.
No.
I don't know if it was warranted. It was still a very funny movie. Like I would see it again.
Yes.
But I don't know if our level of chuckles.
No, because we
is
like
appropriate.
I was crying, like, when you laugh really hard or when you cry and you get like you have to cough a lot afterwards. Like I was coughing because and also like
and then we were looking at each other.
Our glasses fogged up. Like I had to take my glasses. I mean, and then we would look at each other
and start laughing more. It was bad.
I also
We wouldn't
just
stop.
want to apologize to anyone who saw that movie.
Yes.
At the same time we did because
sorry.
We were. You know what?
What?
I think I've said this before.
What?
It reminded me of the Muppets, Statler and Waldorf. The two old men.
Yeah,
Muppets.
yeah.
Who, we were like in the back. We were in the last row of the theater eating chicken wings. Also, I didn't tell you this.
What?
I dropped one on myself, and I can't get the stain out.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, it's a memory of a
memento.
great day. Also,
Also,
what?
Someone came up to us in the bathroom.
Thank you for saying hi
At the movies and said hi, and
Yeah,
we should have
very
asked your
nice.
name because we would have shouted you out. So thanks for.
If you're listening, thank you for saying
Yeah,
hi.
we were-
And sorry if you were also in the movie with us and heard us in the back chuckling all night, all afternoon, really. We've really had like an artistic, an entertainment week. Well, I tried
Entertainment
it.
Weekly.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Sorry, I used to work.
Yeah, your first job. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't my first job, but I did used to work there. Shout out to my old EW colleagues from back in the day. No, I attempted to get tickets to Shakespeare in the Park, and I was unsuccessful. I waited 5 hours.
This is okay. So what?
5 hours.
What? Wait, what?
Oh, I waited 5
It was
hours.
5 hours.
Well, we got in line at me and my friend Leah. Leah's probably listening. We got in line at, I think 8:30 at the Borough Distribution in Brooklyn, and we're like, oh, we'll get the tickets. They distribute them at noon. We did not get them.
That's.
We were in line until like 1. Okay, we'll do some math. 8, 9, 10, 11.
It's
12,
fine.
Whatever.
It's
It's
a
5
lot of
hours.
hours.
It's a lot of hours.
It's too many hours.
I'd like to go, but I don't know if I can do this line again.
Well,
I've been entering the lottery and no luck. I'm on the phone.
Here's my feeling about this.
What
good is having a podcast and living in New York if you can't go on your podcast and say, hey, can I please get Shakespeare in the Park tickets?
Someone who works at public theater. We love supporting the arts.
Yeah, we love the arts. Look
Come
at
on.
us.
Come on.
This is art.
We would love to attend.
Yeah, I would go. I would love to go. I love Shakespeare. I was in As You Like It in 8th grade. I was Touchstone the Jester, which methinks was foreshadowing.
Look at that. Methinks.
Yeah,
we do say methinks a lot on this
I've always
show.
been a
Shakespearean.
court jester.
Our court jesters.
Also,
anyways,
speaking of New York institutions.
Oh my God.
Okay, guys. So,
wow.
Not to brag, our Google alerts have been going nuts over here because of the Jordon Hudson stuff.
I know.
And I think we said that last time. And we're saying that because it's not usual.
No,
we're not
normal.
We're not like famous people where we're used to this happening.
No.
We are in an article in the New Yorker.
Yes.
Which is my seeing our names in print in the New Yorker. Like, obviously, we've said this on the show before. We're obsessed with magazines.
Yeah.
Or were in the 90s and 2010s. And still, I still love a magazine. I worked at one, but it's not the same. And the New Yorker is still like, the New Yorker is it.
It's it. And it's an institution. There's
a paragraph about our experience with Jordon Hudson because it's a long artichoke.
It is an artichoke.
It's a long.
Wait, you know what I feel like you're thinking about?
I was going to say
Hillstone.
No, I was going to. Yes.
Charlotte, we went to Hillstone.
I was going to say article in Belichick.
Well,
so it's a long artichoke.
I think you're just deeply thinking about how you want to go back to Hillstone, and they were sold out of the artichokes.
They didn't have the grilled artichokes.
Yeah,
anyways. I love artichokes. One of my favorite foods.
I love an art.
The arts.
Okay, so
yes. And it's by Paige Williams. It's a great article about Belichick and the whole North Carolina situation. Gives a ton of context. Definitely read it. And we were in there, and the reason we were in there is because it was about how we had that bizarre experience with Jordon, where she called, and then we did the podcast about it. And something that I wanted to say on this show is that this is further evidence that if Jordon doesn't play the game the way you have to play the game, her side of the story will never even be considered when people are talking about this. Yeah. And obviously, I'm not saying that her side of the story is correct or incorrect. We didn't get her on the show. It was a bizarre situation. But Bill Belichick's ex-girlfriend, Linda Holliday, her friend, Ellen Hildebrand, who is a prolific writer and has, her books are made into shows on Netflix. She's on Nantucket. She was quoted in it putting forward Linda's side of the story. But because Jordon, she didn't come on our show, she won't talk to reporters, she didn't respond to comment for this, she is never going to have her narrative out there if she continues doing PR this way.
No, she never will. It's like, as we said on our episode about her, like, you got to play the game at some point, or else there will be a long form New Yorker article that's just going to have other people talking about you.
Yeah.
Basically, and no one's going to hear from you.
Yeah.
And then we are not, by the way, we're not quoted in it. They included like our coverage as sort of background, essentially. We did not know that we were included in this. But I do think that is also interesting. It's like, that is the information out there is like third party experience with her because no one's hearing from her.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's like, well, they could have heard from her, but she clearly didn't want to participate.
Yeah. And I think something that we had talked about after we recorded our episode about Taylor Swift appearing on New Heights on Travis Kelce's podcast was that even Taylor Swift is doing podcasts now. Like if you, and we talked about the pendulum swing back to maybe needing to sort of humanize famous people and touch back down to earth in a way where it's not just all through the veneer of social media. And, Jordon loved that we compared her to Taylor Swift's publicist, Tree Payne, months ago, not recently, I will say. And I just think that if she likes that comparison, going on a podcast is really kind of the next move.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's not going to be ours.
No.
And I think we would have given her a fair shake. But at this point, like, that's not happening.
No. And now you're just in a New Yorker article, but not in it because you're not quoted in it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of about you.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Very exciting.
Not to toot our own horn.
Honk,
but honk. Honk, honk. That was exciting.
It was very exciting. No, we're definitely going to get a print issue.
Yeah.
That was very exciting.
Probably going to cut that part out.
I used to submit short, like, shouts and murmurs. Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah, the short humor
shouts and murmurs.
Things?
Wait,
or the caption contest.
No. Isn't it shouts and murmurs or short stories?
Yeah. Well, no.
Wait,
the shouts and
murmurs. Yeah, the humor
the
section.
Funny.
Yeah. I used to. No, not the cap. I'm not talking about the captions. No, I mean, I have so many captions. Wait, what?
Wait, that's so chaotic.
I was
the funny thing. You're like the short stories. Like,
wait, I was questioning it. I was like, wait a second.
No, it is.
Yeah. No, I thought you were like, no, it's not.
I threw you off.
You threw me off.
Sorry.
It's okay.
This is a formal apology.
Notes have apology.
Apology.
Anyways,
so on the subject of football, I guess, sort of. So something that we've thought about doing, and we would like to hear from the people out there, is a Thursday episode, not this week, but in a couple weeks, on the NFL documentary Industrial Complex.
Yeah.
Because Netflix is coming out with a documentary about the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. And owner Jerry Jones, and this is very interesting to me because obviously the same team did the show about the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. And part of me is like, did they do the cheerleaders doc to get in with Jerry to do the Cowboys doc?
Yes, I think so. It's always connected. It's like, I think people like to be like, how do they do this? It's like, well, it's not that complicated.
Right.
Look in front of your eyes. Yeah, I'm sure that's what they did.
And it was like a test run. They were like, we're happy with how this came out and how we came across.
Yes.
So
it was like an edit test for a job in media.
It feels like
but
that.
it was a full documentary.
It feels like that.
Multiple seasons.
So that's just, I think we need to watch that. We need to keep watching Quarterback. We need to watch Hard Knocks and then do a whole, because I feel like one of the few things media companies seem to believe you can bet on these days is documentaries going behind the scenes of the NFL.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes. Who knows how much actual access or, curtain pulling there is.
And we will get into all of that on this episode if you're interested in let's doing it.
Let us know if you want us to do it. We're going to do it anyway.
Well, speaking of football again. Little transition there. Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert stopped by photoshoot for singer Madison Beer, and there are rumors that they are dating.
Okay, so a couple questions.
So,
who is Madison Beer?
She is a singer.
And is it?
I got to be honest, I kind of thought she was a TikTok star, but she has a TikTok, but she's a singer, and she went viral. This is 10 years ago, a long time ago, because Justin Bieber posted a cover, I believe, of one of his songs.
Her songs?
One of his songs. She covered one of his songs a long time ago, and then kind of just started gaining traction. I don't know any of her songs.
I think I do.
Which one?
Because when I saw this on Dumois, I think I went to her page and heard her say, it's the...
Which one?
I'm going to sing it.
Sing it.
It's the one that goes like, I wanna feel, na, na, na.
Oh, that's her?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know if that's her, but I think that might be her. I don't know who she is. I have never felt older than seeing... I know who Justin Herbert is.
Yeah, who's Justin Herbert?
He's the quarterback for the Chargers.
Is he good?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's good. He's
In-depth
good.
analysis on this.
He's good.
Is he good? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's 26.
You know what's funny though is I've been waiting to... Justin Herbert always gave me the impression... I met him once before his first season in the NFL, and he just was one of those guys who seems not young in terms of any way he was acting. He just sort of looked like, the age that these guys are, which is like early 20s when he got drafted.
Right.
And he's since, he's been in LA and sort of, I've been waiting to be like, when is Justin Herbert going to pop up in the news with someone famous?
Well, today is our lucky day.
And it's Madison Beer.
And people are like, well, are they dating? Are they not dating? He showed up at the photo shoot. Listen, I don't think any guy in his 20s is showing up at some girl's photo shoot if he's not dating her.
Or trying to.
LA's a big city. There's a lot of traffic. To get in your car takes effort to get around. It's annoying. I lived there. I know.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he would do that if he wasn't actually dating her.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
Also, the photos that Dumois, the gossip Instagram.
Yeah.
What is
gossip Graham?
Yeah.
Gossip Graham.
Okay. They were taken by the company Backgrid, which is famously the company celebrities call when they want to be photographed, right?
Yes. If there's ever, not always, of course,
always,
but historically, if you look up celebrity photos, like if they're doing some sort of product placement with shopping bags or a purse or something like that they want to be seen with, it's typically a Backgrid. Because, listen, paparazzi is around in LA for sure, but they are not everywhere all the time.
Right.
They're in certain locations all the time, but there are times when celebrities are spotted in places that you're like, there is no way a paparazzi knew they were here. So, the only logical conclusion is that they call paparazzi on themselves for a reason.
Right.
So, Backgrid, if you look at a lot of their photos, they look a little bit more staged, I would say.
Yes.
Not always, but often.
If it's, Lady Gaga's backyard. Well, that's a terrible example.
What?
I don't know what's going on with my head today.
Yeah,
I'm
Lady
just
Gaga's
saying,
backyard. Okay, how did your brain get there?
Okay, do you want to know?
Please.
Okay.
Walk me through it.
Thank you for asking. So in my head, I was like, what is an exclusive place that paparazzi probably wouldn't know to be unless you called them? And I was like, Lady Gaga is very famous. And then I was like, her backyard is probably heavily guarded. So if someone got in there, and then I was like, that's a terrible example because that's exactly where they would try to be. It really should be like the Burger King in the valley where someone just happened to be, you know what I mean? Like that's a better example.
That's a better example. Yeah. Okay.
So
we got there in the end. Thank you for clarifying that.
Is Beer her real last name?
I think so. Let me just confirm.
How does she not have like a million, Budweiser deals?
You know, she should. Maybe she doesn't drink. I don't know.
Well, that would make sense.
Let's find out.
She's from Long Island. I found that out by looking at her Instagram.
Yeah, that's her last name.
Madison Beer.
Madison L. Beer.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. Yes.
I don't know if she went to a normal college, but that's the name of someone where like I went to Colby College. Shout out Colby College. Small liberal arts school in Maine. Where you went to a state school.
Shout out to
I know
Georgia.
a lot of people who went to like big schools, party schools.
Yeah.
I don't know that anybody has anything on a small liberal arts school in as the northernmost place you can be. Like it just reminds me like if Madison Beer had been a student at Colby in 2007 with me, she would have been like the queen of the school.
Oh,
it would have been like Madison Beers. It would be like like that. That's a name that like would be in a TV show about a liberal arts college.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
So,
wow.
Anyways.
Sue Bird, switching gears, as I love to say. How many times do you think I said switching gears?
Switching gears, or speaking of, our transitions are unmatched. I would say
it's like we're writing an essay.
Yeah,
for AP.
Methinks. Speaking of Colby College, can I tell you why I say methinks?
Why?
It's an inside joke with myself.
Oh,
because
of course.
Naturally.
I'm shocked.
Because when I was at college, one of my friends, his senior year, was like, I'm going to try to get methinks into every paragraph of every paper I write in his senior spring, and he did it, and to this day it makes me chuckle.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so
I love a little inside joke like that.
Yep.
That's
so
great.
that's that.
Speaking of Sue Bird.
Okay.
Let's transition there.
Sure, yeah.
She got a statue.
She sure did. The Seattle Storm honored her with a statue outside of Climate Pledge Arena. And I would just like to say that I think this is the best bronze statue of an athlete I've ever seen.
It is so good.
Her ponytail alone, I want to know the physics of that because it's sticking straight out from her head and it's attached by a ponytail holder.
Yeah.
I mean, not an actual one. It's bronze.
It's a good one of the goodie ponytails.
Right.
You know,
it's like
ladies
this thing
who
that's
listen to
fallen
the
out of my
podcast.
hair.
I feel like everyone has an emotional support ponytail, like a goodie hair tie that you just keep forever, and like you have other ones, but it's like there's something about the one.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
Like I have one that's in my purse right now that's just like stretched out, and I'm like, I could just get a new one for my little, the little cardboard things they come on.
No, it's an emotional support one.
It is.
I have one of the clear plastic ones that has the spirals.
I should get those.
It's turned yellow. It's so old at this point, but like I can't let it
get
go.
rid of it.
I carry it everywhere with me.
Yeah, I respect that.
So that's a normal thing about the two of us.
Yeah.
No, but the physics of the fact that her ponytail is sticking straight out from the statue.
Yeah.
Any bronze artist. Also, this is a great statue of her. There have been so many bad bronze statues that I'm like, hear me out. What if we just made more bronze statues of women?
What a concept.
Because it seems to be going better already.
Yeah, she is the first WNBA player in history to have a statue erected outside of a team's home arena.
Like, come on. How did it take this long? Amazing.
Seriously.
And Sue Bird, very deserving. But like, I'm snapping, but you can't hear it in the microphone.
Snap.
Let's get on it. Also, one of my favorite things about this ceremony where they unveiled it was Sue Bird's wife, U.S. soccer star Megan Rapinoe, was the most like Instagram wife of all time. She was taking pictures of everybody. There was a
she was
TikTok
filming.
I loved her outfit. I mean, I think Megan Rapinoe, her style is just incredible.
Unmatched.
I mean, Sue Bird's too, but Megan. She was wearing these loafers. I don't know. Anyway,
no,
she looked great.
She was like Kris Jenner doing the "You're doing amazing, sweetie."
Yes.
Like that really was Megan Rapinoe at this ceremony.
Exactly.
One thing I do want to talk about the ceremony. Last week we discussed Tom Brady getting a statue outside of Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Tom
Shout
Brady.
out.
quarterback, GOAT for the New England Patriots and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which someone was like, why you mentioned them too? I'm like, well, he did play for them.
Yeah. First of all, we've told you why we tell you who everybody is, in case you don't know.
Yeah, you don't.
Secondly,
don't know.
he did win a Super Bowl with the Bucs.
That's true. That's true. Anyways, his speech last week, I quizzed Charlotte on whether AI wrote the speech or Tom Brady, because previously his Instagram caption was very interesting and felt maybe AI generated at points. So I went through Sue Bird's speech. And it's a great speech.
Yeah.
I don't think ChatGPT wrote the speech. Can I read you one quote?
I would really love to hear it.
23 years ago, I stepped off a plane in Seattle as a 21-year-old kid from New York, fresh out of college, wondering what my life was going to be like. The WNBA had just finished its 5th season, the Storm just its 2nd, and the Pacific Northwest couldn't have been further from all I knew. Today, I'm standing here looking at a statue of myself, and honestly, that 21-year-old would never believe this moment was possible or that Seattle would become everything she didn't know she needed. I don't think ChatGPT wrote that.
No.
That feels personal.
That's like really in Sue Bird's voice.
Yes.
And it's very moving. It really is. I mean, the fact that obviously the WNBA, everybody likes to talk about like it's having a moment, but like the fact that she's talking about being there for the Storm's 2nd season.
Yeah.
The league was young. Like, I think it's easy to look at it now and be like, it's exploding. Like, it was so undercovered and undervalued for so long.
Yeah.
And to have a statue of someone who'd been there and was such a huge part of building it and is still such a huge part of talking about the league and supporting the league. I know, it's very moving.
It's great.
Like, kids are going to see, not just girls. I think everyone's always like, oh, young girls are going to see this. Like, young boys are going to see this too and be like, cool. It's awesome and normal to have statues of women athletes outside of arenas.
What a concept.
Who'd have thunk?
Who would have thunk it? Methinks.
Who'd have frickin' thunk it?
Anyways, congratulations to Sue Bird. This certainly will not be the last WNBA statue.
No.
Outside of an arena ever. I mean, I hope there are many more.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Barclays is about to put one up of Ellie, the elephant, the mascot, any minute.
Please. I would love that.
I mean, they should put one up of a player first
Yeah.
or several players first. But at some point, we're going to need an Ellie statue.
100%.
Standing like the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
Because that's what she's named.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That'd be iconic.
Some more WNBA stuff. Speaking of mascots, the Valkyries, the Golden State Valkyries, newest team in the league, have a new mascot named Violet. She is a raven. Oh. She is purple, so she's got feathers. She's a bird. She wears golden glasses, Golden State. She also, apparently, they say she's nearsighted. And I like that specificity.
Wow. I love a mascot with glasses. As a glasses wearer, as you know, these are my recording glasses, and I have my non-recording glasses.
Even though... Never mind.
What?
Those ones hurt your head.
They do.
Anyway, we talked about this.
My head, but it's fine.
Right.
You know what glasses I want, but I'm not ever going to pay for them? Those Jacques Marie Mage. That was messed up. Anyone for Jacques Marie Mage, listen to the
We're sickos.
They're like unbelievably expensive. Like, I mean, $600, $700. I think.
I once got into
crazy.
a fight with a salesperson at a glasses store because of this. Never mind. Yeah,
Whatever.
I was like, "Why are they so expensive?" And he was like, "What?" And I was like, what makes them so good? And he was like, because of how they're made. And I'm like, what specifically about how they're made? And my husband was like, we have to get out of the store. Out of here. I was hungry in my defense.
Yeah. No, they're unbelievul. Those would be incredible. They're beautiful recording glasses.
Yeah. Well, look, someday
we can Jacques Marie Mage.
I do think.
Could you imagine if they were like, this podcast is sponsored by Jacques Marie Mage, the luxury eyewear brand.
I mean, yeah, I think they make like Bradley Cooper's custom glasses?
They're very chic.
Anyway, I do think it's important to have visual glasses wearing representation in the mascot community. Raises the question, why don't more mascots wear glasses?
I agree.
Also, I like that she has real feathers. They look very feathery. It's not, like the St. John's college mascot.
Yeah.
The bird that was sitting in the stands when COVID hit and became a meme because everyone's zooming in. He's all felt. I like that Violet has texture.
Yes. No, I do too. It reminds me of like if a Muppets character and a Sesame Street character had a baby. Like, it feels like something you see on television.
Sesame Street, but they are Muppets.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Big
Yes,
Bird.
yes.
It
Okay,
had Big Bird vibes.
Yes. I mean, it's
No,
like if Kermit the Frog's not on Sesame Street.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, you know what I mean. They're in the same family of puppets.
The Jim Henson family.
Yes, they are, but
no, I know.
You know what I mean.
And it's an important distinction. And I'm sorry if I didn't and that appropriately. Because it is an important distinction.
No, someone would have commented and said they are the same thing. But you know what I mean? It's like energetically, it feels like a good match. Like I feel like
Violet would be the crossover. Sorry, not to interrupt.
No, go. Interrupt.
Violet would be the crossover between the Muppet world and the Sesame Street
yes,
world.
That's what I mean.
Okay,
that's what I mean.
Yes,
thank you.
Say no more.
Thank you.
Point taken. And also one other WNBA thing.
Yeah.
Paige Bueckers and Azzi Fudd, they are dating. They were teammates at UConn. Paige is now in the W, plays for the Dallas Wings. They went on Instagram's Close Friends podcast.
Yeah.
And I always just love seeing, even if, there's nothing like terribly revealing that we learn about them, the dynamic between people who are in a relationship when they're in a public setting.
Yes.
And Paige and Azzi were so cute because they were just teasing each other the whole, like they were making fun of each other the whole time.
I know.
And if Instagram reels that are served to me is to be believed, the sign of a healthy relationship is one where you can really make fun of each other.
100%.
So it seems like they're doing great.
No, they seem like they're doing great. I think they're doing more episodes.
Really?
I thought so. Maybe I'm wrong.
That would be great.
I thought maybe they're doing some more. Maybe I'm wrong. Instagram, correct the record. But no, I would love like 15 of those episodes.
Yes.
Also,
Also,
give me more content.
Instagram, have us on Close Friends.
Have us on the pod.
I don't know. Look, a shooter can shoot her shot.
Ballin'.
What did you shoot your shot on the other day? You Taylor Swift coming on our
podcast.
podcast.
Come on the pod. Listen,
You
Taylor,
don't think that's as funny as I think it is.
come on the pod. Come on over.
She might.
She might. Never say never.
Never say never.
We have our contacts.
All right, we got some college football to get into.
Let me just say, I think we maybe mentioned this last week, but maybe we didn't. Oh, I'm so excited for college football season.
Oh, we did.
We did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just want to reiterate. I went to Georgia. Like I posted this on my Substack, but I was like, there's nothing like a night college football game. I mean, specifically at Sanford Stadium, if we're really being specific here.
Okay.
But
Go Dogs.
you wouldn't know that since
Go
you went to a
Dogs.
small liberal school.
Okay, I went to Georgia games. I went to several Georgia games.
Okay, University of Georgia, if you're listening, have me in Charlottetown. I would love to take Charlotte to a night game with an alumni. Go down on the field, call the dogs, do the whole thing.
Call the
tailgate.
dogs. That's a huge deal.
Oh, who's that coming down the track? Mean Machine in red and black.
Go Dogs.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I practiced because
Anyways.
I've gone to so many.
Okay, all right. Anyways, let me just say I am so excited for college football season, and there's already some drama unfolding, and season hasn't even started yet.
I'm excited to watch Georgia games with you. I don't think we've done that before.
It is like when you watch a Celtics game, I think.
Yeah.
Like I'm not well.
No.
Cutter, my husband is like, you are not well. Like when we lived in England, I would stay up until like 2 a.m. or whatever, like time difference, and sit there on the couch just like with my hands over my nose, just like staring at the TV, like exhausted, watching the beginning of a 4-hour game or whatever. Like,
That's dedication.
They're just so long.
They're so long.
Oh, I'm dedicated.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do it.
Yeah.
The matter at hand is Oklahoma quarterback John Mateer. And something interesting I want to preface this whole thing. This does not seem to have become a big issue.
No.
Which is also funny to me. Like, I think that there are some things in college football where it blows up and you're like, that feels like an overreaction. And this one has been very contained. So John Mateer, quarterback at Oklahoma, there were screenshots from his Venmo account. You know how you can like see what people are up to on Venmo, which...
Yeah. First,
also, if you're not making your transactions private in the year of our Lord 2025,
what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Come on.
There's a button. It's pretty simple. You just press it, and then no one sees what you're up to. Not that we're doing anything sketchy.
No.
Just that, like, as we've said before, social media, which Venmo kind of is, exists for people to judge you.
Yes.
So if you don't want people judging you, or like if I send Madeline, $28 for wings at the Naked Gun,
right?
I don't necessarily want people to know that. Like, we'll tell you that on our terms right now, So anyway, screenshots surfaced from his Venmo activity showing transactions from November 2022 referencing sports gambling. Like, it just said The transaction, it was for a certain amount of money, and then the reason, you have to give a reason on Venmo, it said sports gambling.
Yeah.
And this all got straightened out pretty quickly. Yeah. He was like, it was an inside joke between my friends. Oklahoma coach Brent Venables was like, it was nothing to be seen here. We moved on. Everybody moved on. What I will say is he is either... this action is either very, very smart or very, very dumb.
Yeah.
And it's not in between.
It's not in between.
He claims it was an inside joke with him and his friends.
Right.
Sports gambling, which I actually kind of believe, because that is kind of the funniest thing you could do as an inside joke as a football player.
Yes, 100%. However, he's not thinking... Clearly, maybe he doesn't know his Venmo is public, which I'm like, how do you not know that? But he might not, and he's just doing it. And maybe he's like, oh, well, it's just so obvious. Like, why would anyone think I'm actually gambling?
Why would I put sports gambling?
Yes, but then I'm also like, dude, you're a quarterback at a large football program where sports gambling and betting has been like the center of like all stories in sports as of late.
Yeah.
And scandals. NBA scandal, blah, blah, blah. Shohei Ohtani. Actually, we're going to talk about him later. Like, just don't do that.
No, right. If it is a joke, it's a very risky one.
But I also understand, like, I remember when I was in college, my Venmo descriptions were always like, it would be like, I don't know, we're sharing a pizza and I'd just be like, nom, nom, nom.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's...
Or it would be like, for... Again, chicken fingers, let's say, and it would be like alcohol.
Yeah, right.
Like
right.
that. But at the same time, I do think on the Sports Gossip Show, we generally do subscribe to the theory of Occam's razor, which is maybe the simplest explanation often is the correct one.
Yeah.
But we don't know, and it doesn't seem to be a big deal. I just think that is one of the funnier, like, he literally wrote sports gambling.
No, it's unbelievable. And then he had to do like a notes app apology, which I also love. To explain his inside joke.
I had a bit on Twitter where I would do like joke notes app apologies. Where if I had a typo in a previous tweet, or like I think I once mistook Keanu Reeves for Nick Cage, something like that, I would put out a long notes app apology as a joke about spoofing the whole thing. And I stopped because I was like, God forbid I someday need to like, it felt like playing Too Fast and Loose.
Yeah.
Like karma would be like, oh, you thought these were funny? You're about to royally screw up and actually need to release an apology. It felt like flying too close to the sun.
Yeah, no, that's too close.
The wings, I didn't want the wings to melt off.
No, we don't want that.
Wow.
Anyways, keep your Venmo transactions private. If that's one takeaway from this episode and going into college football season, football players out there, privatize your Venmo transactions.
Yeah. Also, okay, real quick.
What?
I'm going to get on my soapbox.
Oh, get on it.
If you are a hopeful college athlete or a college athlete who will be going into the draft soon, hire the law offices of Wilder and Hill to go through your social media and scrub it. The fact that people are still not doing this when they are at major programs in, again, the year of our Lord 2025 is crazy. I wrote an article in 2016 saying, hire me to delete your old tweets.
Yeah.
That good. Now there are two of us. Wilder and Hill, social media law firm at large. We are not accredited, but we will do a very good job. Scrub it.
Scrub it.
Well, have us do it. Hire us.
Deep clean. Scrub it.
Pay us to do it.
Privatize your Venmo transactions, people.
All right.
Thank you for that.
Yeah,
PSA.
Look, someone needs to say it.
Someone needs to say it. That's true. Wow. Okay. Anyways, in more football news, all I wrote here, I just want to read what my note was. Dylan Gabriel, what's going on there? That's what I wrote.
These are my favorite when we are planning the show and we're both in the Google Doc. I hopped in and Madeline had just written Dylan Gabriel - what's going on there with a link to a tweet. And I was like, I love that you didn't even say like, let me Google it. You're just,
nope.
What's going on
there? Are certain things I just know in my soul.
Yeah.
Charlotte's going to figure that one out.
Yeah.
And I go, she's got that one.
And I saw it and I was like, say no more.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm on it.
So what's going on there?
So Dylan Gabriel is a quarterback for the Browns. And we talked about him last week because Shedeur Sanders, who is also a quarterback for the Browns, who was supposed to be drafted very high. He is the son of famous football player and coach Deion Sanders. He fell in the draft and was drafted in the 5th round. It was a whole big thing. Shedeur played in a preseason game for the Browns, was looking really good, was supposed to start the second game because the veterans, Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett, have both been, well, Kenny Pickett was hurt and Joe Flacco's 40, which I guess like counts as an injury in the NFL these days. Yeah. They're like, oh no, you're not doing preseason. Yeah. You're 40.
Yes.
And so Shedeur had a great game. He was supposed to play the next, and he suffered an oblique injury in practice. So Dylan Gabriel gets the call. So he plays. He plays pretty well. He has 2 interceptions. I don't think Shedeur had any interceptions. But after the game is where things get interesting because he was asked about tuning out the noise by the CBS broadcast team. And, around the Browns quarterback competition, Shedeur, Joe Flacco, all of this. And he said, Dylan Gabriel said, yeah, it's just part of it. There's entertainers and there's competitors, and I totally understand that. But my job is to compete, and that's what I'm focused on doing. So most people here thought that because Shedeur Sanders has such a big media presence and is a really dynamic player, and he and Deion Sanders and the whole Sanders family has taken a more public approach in terms of embracing the, I guess, entertainment aspect of the game. People thought that Gabriel was talking about Shedeur when he said there's entertainers and there's competitors and I'm a competitor.
Right.
Which I don't think is like too big of a leap to make.
Well, and especially coming off of Shedeur's performance, and is he going to start? Charlotte's prediction, he's going to be the next great quarterback.
I think he is.
This week.
I think he is.
Okay. Yeah, it's not too far of a leap.
No,
to think that,
especially because Shedeur he is a more entertaining player. Like he is more fun to watch. Dylan Gabriel was fine. But anyway, so Dylan Gabriel was asked to explain this in a press conference, and he said that the media are the entertainers and he's the competitor. And so he said, first off, I'm all about our team and each other. I would never make that comment about Sanders, and I've said it before, that's why it's interesting. But for me, I've explained it, entertainers are you all, competitor, that's what I am, and all my teammates, and we both have jobs to do, so that's it. So before we get into whether we, buy this explanation or not, real quick, Dylan Gabriel was drafted out of Oregon. 2 years ago, Oregon head coach Dan Lanning said something similar about Deion Sanders, about Shedeur Sanders' father, who's the head coach at Colorado, when Dan Lanning told his team, they're fighting for clicks, we're fighting for wins. There's a difference. This game isn't going to be played in Hollywood. It's going to be played in the grass.
Okay.
So Dylan Gabriel's former coach said a similar thing about, entertainers and competitors.
Right.
And then Dylan Gabriel says something using the words entertainers and competitors. Do you buy it that he was talking about entertainers being the media rather than Shedeur?
No.
I
mean, I think, listen, he's an adult. He may be young, but he's an adult. And I don't think you say that if you're not somewhat subtly referencing the Shedeur thing. And then maybe he realized after, maybe I should have said it, so I'm just going to, pretend it's about the media. I don't know. Listen, could be wrong. This is my own opinion. But I feel like he remembered what his coach said, and he's like, I'm going to use that.
I think there's a part of me, and he says he said this before, and I probably should have gone back and tried to find where he said something about the media being entertainers. But also, it raises the question of, you are an entertainer.
Right.
You are a competitor, but sports is a form of entertainment.
100%.
And so it's also a very easy thing to do to just throw the media under the bus and be like, oh, you guys are the enemy. And which also, look, I get it. Our show is called The Sports Gossip Show.
Right.
We're sitting here talking about the entertainment aspect of the game. We are hopefully entertainers in that sense.
Right.
But it seemed like the logic doesn't quite match up.
No.
In a way that it was trying to fit a square explanation into a round statement.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Well, I was just going to look this up. How long has he been playing for?
Dylan Gabriel was drafted the same draft that Shedeur Sanders was.
Oh, okay. So,
and he some of Shador's fans, I think, have been giving him a hard time about being drafted before Shador because Shador is better.
Well, okay, so here's what I'll also say. If they're both rookies, is there not anything better than two rookies kind of competing for the rookie spot and the rookie spotlight? If we're going to say that. And I think Dylan Gabriel, even though he's saying, no, it's about the media, I know, and everyone misheard me, whatever, like, okay, fine, he said that. But also still, it's like, he wants to be popular.
Yeah.
And Shador ultimately is more popular.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Dylan Gabriel.
It's true.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't checked your Instagram lately, but I feel like it's not as interesting as Shador's. He's got more interesting content. Sorry. So I think it's like his way of trying to like embed himself and pretend saying, oh, it's not about Shador. No, it's not about my teammate. Don't worry about that. And I just feel like Dylan Gabriel's just a little bummed that Shador's getting all the attention.
Yeah. Also,
I don't know.
Which is like also funny because Dylan Gabriel said something about it.
Yeah.
But also was like, but I'm not an entertainer. I'm a competitor. Here's,
please.
Dylan, my advice to Dylan Gabriel, lean in, be an entertainer.
Yeah.
You're a professional athlete in the NFL. That's a huge deal. It's okay to be an entertainer. Like there's the idea of the tough football player who's I'm just here for the wins. I just care about like I feel like when NIL, name, image, likeness, where players started getting paid for who they are in college football.
Right.
That's not the case anymore. You are individuals. You can have a big stage if you want it.
Yeah.
Also, who doesn't want to be an entertainer?
That's what I'm saying. I just think it's like you want that because also thinking about the business of being a professional athlete, don't you want more endorsement deals? Don't you want a documentary made about you? Don't you want to be invited to Fashion Week? I'm sorry. Those are things these players want, whether they admit it or not.
Wow.
Sorry.
And if you don't, you are the purest
pure
football man of all time. You are the purest company man.
Purest company.
Dylan Gabriel was like trying to be a company man.
Yes.
He was like, no, I'm just here to work.
Yeah.
And it's like, well,
it's a 9 to 5 for him.
Yeah. Punching in, punching out.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Love it.
Wow.
More college football stuff.
Oh my God. So,
wait, that wasn't college football. That was NFL.
I mean, they're like, they were just in college.
They're children.
The children, the youth.
They're adults.
They're adults.
They're adults, but they're young.
Young adults.
Young adult fiction. Sorry.
Okay.
No, keep going.
University of Michigan, they're expecting to face a $20 million plus fine in postseason football revenue over the next 2 seasons. In addition, their head coach of their football program, we'll get to kind of why, Sharon Moore, will receive an additional 1-game suspension on top of the school's self-imposed 2-game ban for weeks 3 and 4. Mm-hmm. Now, why is this happening?
Well, this is happening because Michigan was involved in a sign-stealing scandal in 2023 when Coach Jim Harbaugh was the head coach there. He is now the coach of the Chargers, speaking of Justin Herbert. And part of this, it's very interesting because a lot of people feel like there should be a postseason ban for Michigan because of the sign-stealing thing. But the NCAA is moving towards trying not to punish current coaches and student athletes for things that people did before they got there, which I get. But people who don't like Michigan are like, well, Michigan is also like a huge draw.
Yeah.
And, are coming off of some very successful years. The NCAA probably wants Michigan in the postseason.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably good for revenue.
Good for business.
Although now Michigan loses their postseason revenue. I don't know. It's all like lawyers and math.
Yeah.
But it's also completely vibes. Does that make sense?
100%.
You know what I mean?
I understand. It's like, yes, they should be punished. But it is, I understand the frustration around like, well, I wasn't here for this. Why am I cleaning up this mess?
Right. But it's also like, well, then there are very few reasons for other schools not to try to do things that bend the rules a little bit.
Yes.
But the weirdest part of all of this is that, this is something that I would have loved to have the show for. When the sign stealing stuff at Michigan happened, because the guy who was in charge of this whole operation, they're saying, named Connor Stallions.
Who there is a Netflix documentary about the sign stealing that he is heavily featured in.
Yes.
And interviewed him.
I don't think you could make up it's like Madison Beer should be a student at a liberal arts school in Maine Connor Stalions should be the guy at the center of a sign stealing scandal at Michigan.
That's like the name.
That's the name. Connor Stalions.
They're just called Stallions.
I've been waiting to talk about this for so long.
I know
There's been no reason to bring it up.
I know.
But apparently he was also helping Central Michigan cheat. So this is why, according to reports from...
At the same time?
Yes, according to reports from CBS News Detroit, Central Michigan asked for help from football staffer Connor Stalions to help their coaching staff in 2023 in their season opener against Michigan State.
Stop.
Because there was a man believed to be Stalions appeared on the Central Michigan sideline and was seen wearing Central Michigan apparel and sunglasses with a recording device.
No. So wait, he was in a disguise or attempted disguise?
Yeah, he was like Connor Stalions was running like a sign stealing ring in Michigan.
My God.
And I just think that if you're going to do it, like, yeah, go for it.
Commit to the bit.
I just love the image, the idea of like Connor Stalions having a closet full of like, he has University of Michigan gear. He's got Michigan State gear. He's got Central Michigan gear.
Yeah.
And he's got it all organized and like he has the hats and different sunglasses for like different Michigan. Not saying that Michigan State was involved in this at all. I'm just... In my fantasy world, there is like a full lineup of outfit disguises so that he can go try to steal signs for a football program.
Yeah, only in the state of Michigan. The thing I like to think about is the behind the scenes of him doing this and kind of like the business side of sign stealing operation. Like, is he invoicing? Like, does he like get a late invoice? Is he making a PDF invoice like in build.com or something? Like, hey, just following up on my invoice per my last email. Like they haven't paid, or is it Venmo, like cash? How's he getting paid?
Is he going to Canva?
Right, making an invoice.
Is he Googling like invoice template?
Yeah, that's what.
And like, it's like, and what would the line item? It would be like sign stealing, let's say $5,000.
It would
hat, 30. Sunglass at New Oakley's, $200.
It would say
getting the advantage, priceless.
There you go. It would say like research and development or something.
Yes.
On the line item.
Or like
content strategy.
Very good. Player development.
Oink oink.
Wink wink.
I just sounded like I said oink oink.
Oink oink. Player development.
Wow.
Oink oink.
Oh, I love that. That is so good.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good stuff.
Well, in other legal drama, in another sport, Shohei Ohtani. Star for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Pitcher, home run hitter extraordinaire.
Best thing we've seen since Babe Ruth, am I right?
Okay. I just want to read all this information.
Yeah.
And then I want you and I to figure out what's going on here.
Okay.
Shohei Ohtani and his agent were sued after allegedly sabotaging a $240 million real estate project. So 2 Hawaii-based real estate developers are suing Shohei Ohtani and his agent, claiming that his agent got them fired from a $240 million luxury housing project that was a decade plus in the making. The lawsuit claims that Shohei's agent conducted a, quote, calculated and unlawful scheme to interfere with the development of which Ohtani was a public-facing sponsor. Ohtani purchased a $17 million home in the development, part of the Mauna Kea Resort. Both his agent and Ohtani allegedly violated the developer's contractual rights by demanding concessions, and with the subsequent firing of 2 guys, according to the lawsuit, the claim was filed in Hawaii Circuit Court. What's going on?
Okay. So I'm going to be honest.
We should start a new segment. It's just called like,
what's up?
What's up? Well, what's up with that?
What does this mean?
What does this mean?
What's happening?
What's going on here?
So I spent a fair amount of time before this recording reading that.
Yeah.
And doing that, like, you know how, did you ever like diagram a sentence to learn grammar?
Yes.
I was doing that. I was like, okay, so this is the subject.
Yes.
This is the antecedent. This is and I was like, the farthest I got was that Shohei bought a house in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Was the public face of this development.
Right.
And then his agent tried to push out 2 other guys.
Yes. Like
for their own personal gain.
Right.
I don't know why.
Why? No.
I don't understand how that would have happened. I feel like someone has put another language in front of me.
Yes.
And I am asked to take an oath in court based on it. I have no idea what's happening.
I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
What is
my vibe read on it? Again,
Yeah,
I agree.
give me your vibe
He
read.
bought a house. He was like, I want a vacation home in Hawaii. Okay, fine, fair enough.
Yeah.
And he bought it, and it was part of some new development. Maybe they cut him some sort of deal. Do you know what I mean? That it was like he paid $17 million. Maybe it should have been more, or maybe he was getting some sort of back end revenue from the development of other rich people buying homes.
Okay,
and then him and his agent were like, we don't want these guys here. They're bad vibes for whatever reason. Maybe they kept asking for too many autographs. Like they were being too much of fan guys, and they're like, we don't like these guys. Let's kick them out.
That's what I don't get. I'm like, why wouldn't they want these random guys there?
Right.
I'm like, why are these guys upset? Like, why would these guys?
Well, and it's the developers suing
That's
them.
what I mean.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, these two developer guys
are
thinking like I don't know that Shohei Ohtani's thinking about these developer guys at all.
Right.
I'm like, why are we? What is this?
Right. What's going on?
What's going on here?
We need to get if there's a real estate lawyer who listens to the show, send us an email.
Yeah.
Give us like a TLDR.
Because this is a lot of words that
I just had to keep it in here because obviously he is now involved in two recent financial adjacent scandals. The first one being the betting scandal where his interpreter stole allegedly millions of dollars from Shohei to gamble. And now he's in prison. So it's not great to have 2 for 2 in fairly like close succession succession to each other. Like it's a lot of financial scandals back to back.
Also where there's like a key other person involved.
Right.
Where it's like it's like, I'm not saying anybody did anything wrong.
Sure.
I don't know.
We don't know.
Because I can't even understand those words. However, it seems sort of like convenient that you would have 2 other guys involved in these things with you so that like he's like, it's not me.
Right. It's not great. If there's a third one,
what would it be? What would you guess the third? Okay, so far we have a sports betting scandal with Shohei. We have a luxury real estate scandal.
Yes. I think either crypto or
nice. Yeah.
Like he invests in something that's like ends up being a Ponzi scheme or something something like that.
Yeah, and when I said nice as in crypto, I don't mean like cool.
Yeah,
I mean like that's a good one.
Or my other third option would be like a Fire Fest. He's sponsoring, like putting on some 3-day event, and it's like it's a mess, and they don't have the right vendors, and people cancel, and they won't refund people's tickets or something like that.
And they're only selling cheese sandwiches.
Yes.
Do you remember the Fire Fest?
Of course.
I think that's really crypto feels like a logical next scandal. Yes, the crypto thing, I could see there being an NFT where it's like Shohei makes a meme coin of his dog.
Yes. Yes.
And he's like, and there's just happens to be Sam Bankman-Fried is like in on it somehow.
Right, yeah.
And he's like, and everyone's like, how are you? Aren't you in jail?
Right.
I don't know. And
How are you
Shohei's like,
working?
well, weird.
Oh, well.
He did it.
What's up with that?
What's up with that? Or, I could also see something involving a private jet company.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If that happens,
you know who we call?
Al Palagonia. Famously, Spike Lee's friend who he sits courtside with, who we talked about months ago now. Yeah. Al would come on as our jet expert.
Oh, man. Al did some white-collar crime.
Yeah, you can look
He served time in prison.
We're fans of Al.
That conversation, Al...
Oh, yeah.
Al called me.
Al called Charlotte.
All these people that we talk about are calling us.
Yes.
Who's going to call us next?
Taylor Swift?
Violet?
the
Valkyries mascot?
Okay.
Taylor Swift's going to call us.
That would be amazing. Well, one last thing.
Yeah.
Before we go, I just want to briefly mention, because we will be talking about this more later this week.
Yes.
Carlos Alcaraz won the Cincinnati Open after, unfortunately, Jannik Sinner withdrew after just 5 games. It seemed like he was maybe injured or...
He was sick.
Sick. Sick.
There were a lot of people who were sick at the tournament.
Yeah, a lot of illness. So I don't know what's going on. But all this to say, we will be talking about the U.S. Open on Thursday for a really fun U.S. Open preview episode with a very special guest.
Very special guest.
Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it.
Sorry, I had to burp.
Should I keep talking while you keep burping?
Yeah, I think I'm good now.
You're good?
Yeah, a little bubble pops up, and
yeah.
you're like, well, I can't say anything right now.
Can't speak now.
No, it's going to be great. We're very excited about this episode. Also, people getting sick at sporting events is something that, as a hypochondriac myself, I don't know how more people aren't sick all the time. Like on the ATP tour.
I know. You're just around so many people. You're traveling so much.
NBA player. If I were an NBA player, I would have a cold every week.
Every week. That's why you're not a WNBA star, I guess.
Yeah. Well, right. That's the only reason.
That's the only reason.
My immuno. Well, so real quick. Okay. You know the air quality
yes
thingy on the weather app?
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll say like air quality moderate. It'll be like not good for sensitive groups.
Yes.
And my husband says that I'm a sensitive group.
100%.
So because I go outside and I'm like, this doesn't feel good on my lungs. He's like, oh my God. So
you are the sensitive
as a sensitive group,
I
would be worried about being a professional athlete.
Yes, that is
getting sick.
Okay.
So if there are any professional athletes out there who are hypochondriacs like me and who do worry about getting sick, please write into the show, DM us, let us know how you handle this, because that actually would be a very interesting episode. That would be
interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
Any athlete hypochondriacs out there, maybe we'll put this on social media. Let us know if you want to talk to us about how you manage your brain.
Yeah. Are you taking emergency?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Quick defense.
Exactly.
Like, what's up? Also, give me your tips.
Yeah. Tips and tricks. Well, thank you as always for listening or watching us on YouTube right now. We really appreciate it. And as always, please like and subscribe, rate and review. It really makes a really big difference.
It really
we appreciate it. And if you want more of our content, you can follow us on Instagram at Sports Gossip and on TikTok at Sports Gossip Show.
And if you have any questions, info at Sports Gossip. Is that it? SportsGossipShow.com?
Yes.
Not that.
No, it's info at SportsGossipShow.com.
At SportsGossipShow.com.
There you go.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom.
All right.
All right.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Bye.